Hello, are we live? It would seem so. We're gonna have a chill evening. I tried to play Castlevania, like, this afternoon, and I was having a miserable time. So, we are going to have a easier time with this game made for babies. I don't think I've actually played this one before. That one was running for its life. Well, shit. Okay. Up you go. He's a large man. I was overcomplicating my strategy. Is there a way to make the shit at the bottom go away? Yeah, that'll have to do for now. In you go. It's a little repetitive without any, like, poppy abilities, but oh well. Hmm? There. What's down here? Nothing of import. Okay. Hello? Hey there, bud. Beautiful. We made him cry. broomsticks from Fantasia looking ass. Okay. An unimpressed face. Again, I've never actually played this one before, so... Actually, have I? I don't know if... I'm pretty sure I haven't. For more than, like, maybe, like, the first level, at the very least. This place is miserable. Hello? Nope. Catch it! That'll teach you to push blocks. Okay. Ah, here they are again. Shit. Oh no, I died in this baby game. What? Okay. Oh, fuck off. Fucking fish. Where did that come from even? Shut up! Try this again. Okay. That's better. I totally hit the right button. Come on, Kirby, go up. Holy shit, fish. And on we go. Look at these whales! Oh. Nope. So much for that. There we go. Oh no, I'm not falling for that shit again. Sorry. I got scared. And he's throwing his hat. Well, shit. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, it would seem that standing here means that I can't be hurt. One more, that's a good lad. Come on. He's the king of eyeballs. That's better. Okay. Come on. There we go. Now we're at the final level. We'll be playing multiple games today. I'm not just gonna quit in like 10 minutes. Alright. Let's get rid of the most annoying one first. What? Oh. Woo! Let me... It'd probably be easier to do this before DDD, but I'm not gonna... I don't know if I have to start the whole game over if I lose all my lives, so we're not risking it. There we go. Well, fuck. Okay. Normally there's some kind of healing offered, but in between boss rushes, but no such luck. Oh, it's scarier, I think. Leave. Give me 1 second to answer a text. Okay. How are you guys doing? Fuck off. Let's create a save right here. Yeah, okay. Okay. Woo! That was a risky gambit? Okay. We probably have 1 life left, so... Hmm? Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Damn it. And yes, I am save scumming, and no, I don't care. Come on. One more hit. Come on. There we go. That's what, half an hour? Okay. This is my castle now, bitch. He was hoarding all the food in Dreamland or something. Let me... For the next game in the series, I need to switch systems. So give me just that moment. Give me a second. Now we're gonna play Kirby's Adventure on the NES, which is the one that actually introduced the copy powers. So give me just that moment. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Okay. I think the later games give you more moves to do, but for now it seems to be just this. Hell yeah. I want to test out all the powers. That did jack shit. Amazing. Authentic person man's gameplay. Thank you. Now I'm curious about something. Oh, never mind. How come that Kirby is pinker than me? What kind of shit is that? Oh, it's actually a fair crane game. How about that? Hell yeah. Later. Hell yeah. Oh, never mind. I thought it would give me a bomb power-up. I guess that's not in this game. Nope. There we go. Uh. Oh, that's just a... Wait. Oh, there we go. That's better. No! My precious. Later. So we spent around 10 minutes. Eat the one you want. Ooh. That's stupid. Oh shit. Hell yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, fuck. Come back here, you prick. Hmm? We're speeding through this. I keep fucking forgetting. Okay. Hello again. That's better. Frick. Come here. I'm getting sloppy. Oh shit. Okay. Hello. How are you this fine evening? Interesting. And what is over here? Good job. I feel like the sword has been the most reliable for me. And it doesn't make the screen lag. Come here. Piss off. me see if we can get this right. Nope. It was a filthy trick. Well, shit. Okay. Hmm. Oh well, I don't care. I'm doing good on lives. Hate all of you. Well, I didn't expect to be bullied. There we go. What beautiful power could be up here. Laser? Interesting. Okay. I know that that's the stone power-up, but I don't hear it right now. Hello? Oh, well. Okay. Yeah. Piss off. Jesus. What? What does it do? It's been a long time since I played a Kirby game. I don't have any interest in that, so... Eat you up. Well, shit. Oh well. Shit, man. Oh well. Let me turn that up a little. What is in here? I see. Okay, let's be a little more strategic next time. There we go. Good job. You did it. Butter building. Butter? I hardly know her. Don't know how to get up there. That's fine. Oh, so close. Oh, piss off. Nope. Thanks. Nope. Oh well. Throw your bugs. Well, that was a like a horn beetle. That was not a xenomorph. And I can't explain the plot of Kirby except that we're going to beat up King Penguin. But how are you doing, Blackstone? Let me see if I can do this right. I can't, as it turns out. They just absorb him for his power. There we go. I was having a bad day, so we're going to chill out with this game made for babies. I read through all of Hitman, in case you were curious. I did that like maybe a week ago. Let me see here. Whoever did that, you're an asshole. Well, I don't know if I'm actually gonna do it, but I wanted to have, like, a very early progress outline for a video about all of the Bloodlines characters. I've read both of those. I was not super into the JLA one, because I think the characterization is weird. Is this the only guy? I guess so. Hitman is certainly the only Bloodlines character that anyone still cares about. Although I have enjoyed a couple of the solo... I enjoyed the Gunfire spin-off series, for example. And I don't know what being a non-ironic Gunfire enjoyer says about me. Not these guys again. Okay, you can only hurt them while you're jumping up. That's good to know. Let me pause for a second. The... The reason that, the talking about Bloodlines appeals to me is because it is such a random footnote, and it left such a small footprint that you could conceivably just talk about it and the characters involved in their entirety, because... Oh, that's my problem. There we go. Because, like, even Hitman, who has the most, like, is the most prolific of the characters, doesn't have that many. I enjoy it as a time capsule. And if we beat this in a reasonable time, we beat the first Kirby game on the Game Boy and it took half an hour. So I'm hoping that, even though this is significantly longer, that it's not that much longer. But we can go through, because I went through the appearance of a bunch of different, every single appearance of a bunch of different Bloodlines characters. And we can go through the list. Oh, it's the hat store. The enemy... Oh, we're gonna shoot somebody? Okay. Who are you? Well, shit. Said Kirby. Well, you can definitely, going back to Bloodlines, you can definitely tell the characters, because it's reacting to the rise of Image Comics, and you can very much tell with a lot of the characters that were presented. But you can tell the characters that clearly had some passion put into them. Maybe were an idea that the writer had in their noggin for a while, and you can tell the ones that don't give a shit. They were told to create a character. I just need to get one more hit on this man. And I also discovered something when I was looking through appearances of these characters that I need to share with somebody. So we can do that in a second. We just need to fight whatever this next boss is. Okay, there's a level 6. Didn't anticipate that. I need to pay more attention, I think. Okay, avoid the booms. Well, shit. My Hermer. I don't think that frog has any powers. No, come back. Oh well. I said it's for babies, and I wouldn't say that I was mostly being facetious, but this game is intended for like a much younger audience than some of Nintendo's other fare. And it also has really fucked up lore if you get into it. Who turned out the lights? This is unacceptable. Pop it! Person Man's is bad at video games. Yeah, there were 23 annuals, and there were three, like, new bloods that just showed up, like, like you knew who they were, but they weren't actually introduced in any of said annuals. But I can, once we fight whoever is in here. Oh god, the sun and the moon. No. Well, shit. Oh, that's right, it's only high jump in here. And I don't know if that's useful anywhere in this fight. Hey, leave. I haven't fully done it yet, but I read a bunch of the Young Animal books, which were intended to be like a spiritual successor to the Vertigo line, masterminded by Gerard Way, including his run on Doom Patrol, which I had already read separately. I hate the sky. Why is it legal? Why are celestial bodies trying to murder me? Okay, we can take a break on that for right now. But it's interesting. Let me turn off the video capture for a second. Well, he talks about how, like, one of his earliest creative influences, or like one of his earliest, I don't know how much, like, let me start over because I'm having a brain fart. He's talked about how Morrison and Morrison's Doom Patrol run was a huge, like, influence on his life or his early creative ambitions. So like he has wanted to write a Doom Patrol book his entire adult life. And he didn't write he only wrote two of them, I think. But he like helped mastermind the ideas behind all of them. Let me look up Bloodlines DC. Don't display my bookmarks because it's embarrassing. So this is technically in a Lobo annual, where Lobo was working for all capital letters Legion, which is uh, a police force led by Brainiac 2, I think. And let me pull this up. All right, the Lobo Annual. The new blood introduced in this one uh, is Layla, a as far as I can tell, she's an alien bounty hunter as far as I can decipher. And that's important because the reason that's given by other writers for why people survive having their spine sucked out by the parasites is because of the metahuman gene, a thing that only humans have. And she is a mercenary that works with Lobo on this case and gets superhuman strength. Her hobbies are kicking Lobo in the balls, being objectified, having her hair colored wrong, and making single panel cameos in Legion issues. Now let's move back here. So when I was doing research, I learned that a lot of these were published, like this is the storyline order, but they were published like out of order. In the Man of Steel annual, when John Henry Irons was leading the book, we have Edge, who is I think a friend of Steel's, and when he got bit, he became all spiky and could throw spikes and stuff. He doesn't appear uh, except for like one panel cameos outside of this event, so nobody cares. So this is very much like being told to create a character. It is. I mean, they understood like the vibes. All right, so here's Joe Public, real name unknown, but he is a former gym teacher who one of his students got addicted to crack or something, and he went out to go like hunt down the dealers, but he met one of the aliens and got his spine sucked out, and he got the power to drain the strength of people near him and give himself like super strength. And he makes like 3 or 4 appearances afterwards, including a one specific issue of Justice League Task Force that I want to talk about. And when all of the New Bloods meet in the finale of the crossover, he becomes the de facto leader because of his experience as a gym teacher. And I swear there was something else. Oh, this event is also interesting because it demonstrates what a time to be alive 1993 was if you were a DC fan, because this took place over June to December 1993. and this is the Bruce Wayne Batman. But by the next Batman annual, it is the Nightfall Azrael Batman. And as you saw, Death of Superman was or the like Reign of the Superman, where there were the four super people, was winding down. So this event has five Superman and two Batman in it because Superman returns, I think, like by the climax of this issue or of this series. I think Chuckle Fuck Dixon has has like two characters in here. But that's Joe Public again. All right, so here's a character that actually became a little prolific and became a supporting character in the Flash, in Mark Waid's Flash run. This is Argus, a a runner for a crime family, but it turns out that he's an undercover FBI agent, and he gets his spine sucked out, and he gets pulled off the case, and he gets the power to turn invisible. I believe only at nighttime, and he has enhanced strength, and he has like full like he can see in complete darkness, and I think he has X-ray and thermal vision, and he's like kind of like an edgier hero in Keystone, and he had his own 6 issue series, uh, and that's about it. Here is in the New Titans annual we have Anima, who I believe is in the category of ideas that had been bouncing around for a while. She is a girl who gets her spine sucked out and she gets amnesia, and she has this like energy monster or something inside of herself that she can summon, and she's trying to like uncover a conspiracy. I haven't actually read her book, so I don't know fully what happens. Uh, and this is the first one that we're talking about that showcases and I think that JLA the Hitman JLA crossover even makes fun of this. But basically, after a certain point, the only thing that DC used these characters for was killing them off. She gets, I believe, cut in half by Prometheus during the lead up to Cry for Justice. Yeah. Actually, I forgot to check. I don't know fully. I want to check to see fully what her number of appearances is. Because she pops around. She pops up every now and then. All right, for the Superman annual starring the cyborg Superman, we have Myriad, a character that only has 5 appearances, but uh, uh, is actually like integral to an arc in the Superman comics. So this woman used was Lex Luthor's, I believe, martial arts trainer, I think, or one of them, and she knocked him on his ass in front of I believe Lois Lane, and he didn't like that, so he had her brutally murdered and dumped in a and dumped in a landfill. And one of the parasites was desperate, so they just sucked up her corpse, and she woke up with amnesia and the power to absorb people's memories and shapeshift to look like them. And I believe in the climax of the crossover, she meets up with Tommy Monaghan, but I don't. That's the last time that she's actually seen. I don't actually know what happens to her, but she's important to the overall story because they eventually find evidence that Lex Luthor did kill this woman and managed to take him down and ruin his reputation. Uh, and in vengeance for that, he destroys Metropolis or a good portion of it. All right. Oh, that's right, Nightblade. Nightblade is the winner of the award for New Blood with the funniest wiki picture. His dad was like a race car driver or something, and he has a healing factor and like super agility. I think he like throws knives, and he became a member of the Blood Pack, a team of New Bloods that had their own reality show in their comic. Uh, oh, that's right. He gained the ability to walk because he was crippled when he got his powers. And much like I believe the entire so Blood Pack, including Nightblade, were killed by Superboy Prime in Infinite Crisis. He killed them with his heat vision by accident, and which is very disrespectful. Uh, is this? Oh, okay. This is Azrael. All right. So for this one, we have like uh, a well, I learned in Dan Jurgens' Teen Titans, where he created like his like four original characters that were led by a teenage Ray Palmer. There was a character called Risk, who was kind of a hooligan, and I always knew that he had both of his arms ripped off by Superboy Prime. But what I did not realize is that he had it. Is that it happened? Is that it was not a single incident. He had one of his arms ripped off by Superboy Prime in Infinite Crisis, and then later he met Superboy Prime and had his other arm ripped off. But anyway, this guy was kind of someone that they were pushing because he's like the most Liefeldian of the bunch. And you are probably wondering if this pink stuff is armor or skin, and I don't actually know. I'm pretty sure it's his actual skin, like his face with tusk is his real face. But this is ballistic. He was part of the Blood Pack and was pretty prolific. And he actually, after I read all of these, like a couple months later, I decided to read No Man's Land from Batman. Yes, his name is Ballistic. No Man's Land from Batman, and he fucking shows up in one of the issues. He shows up in which one is it? This one? Uh, well, technically it's Cataclysm, but he fucking shows up when the real Batman is back, and Batman tells him to not use guns, and he's like, "Sorry, I'm a Republican." And I'm like, "Shut the fuck up! What do you mean?" All right, so this is in the Justice League International Annual. This is a character that was not actually bitten by a parasite. So he's the only new blood without any actual powers. This is Lionheart, a working class Londoner who is recruited to don a power armor and this sword to help defend London, and he makes a few appearances in Justice League International afterward, and I think avoided being murdered. Oh, is this where Chuck where Chuck makes his appearance? Yep. All right. So these are the Cyber Rats. Let me pull up a picture. They're a bunch of hackers slash urban parkour people or kids. I'm not sure how old they're supposed to be actually, but they are like hacking for like some corporation and they get attacked and Ray over here gets the ability to turn her arms into swords. One of them gets uh killed and starts living in the TV or something. They have their own miniseries. Uh, Ray here becomes part of Blood Pack briefly, and I think she leaves, so she avoids being murdered by Superboy Prime. She uh, she develops a friendship with Tim Drake and actually appears in an issue of Young Justice, but that's about it. Some of these people appear in like comics post New 52, but I don't care about that right now. There's nothing to remember. Oh, is this our boy? Fuck yeah, it's totally not Hulk. It's loose cannon. Loose cannon is a disabled cop who gets bit, and I believe uh, I think at first they say that he only can turn into this guy at night, but his blue is like his default state. But the angrier he gets, he changes colors, and he shows up a bunch. He shows up in the Justice League Task Force issue that I'm building up to. Where is this fucking cover? There's specifically a really good cover. So we learn that because he changes color when it gets angrier, we learn that his absolute purest rage state just makes him a really pale white guy. So I don't know what they were trying to say with that one. Ah, fuck. All right, it's time for Jam, the surfer dude. My least favorite of the guys. So fortunately, this guy does not appear beyond the crossover. So he is just a random surfer guy that gets bit by a parasite and sent into the future with the Legion of Superheroes. And his power is to make people have to do whatever he says. So he mind controls like most of the Legion of Superheroes and just has them do whatever shit he wants. Like and take him on tours of the galaxy and stuff. But more importantly, he also makes all of the girls take their clothes off and like I think he makes two of them kiss each other. But thankfully, where is she? Fortunately, Shadow Lass here manages to break free and tells him that if he ever uses his power again, she is going to come from the future to murder the shit out of him. And then that's the last that we hear out of him. I'm pretty sure she was wearing more clothes than this in the specific issue, but I don't know a lot about the Legion. So this is where is it? During the Mike Grell Green Arrow run, where they meet Hook. who is a was a homeless veteran that got his spine sucked out and gets like a super energy hook or some shit. This is very clearly one of the people that like Mike Grell didn't care about. Oh, that's right. He was blind and got radar sight like Daredevil. I forgot. He was also killed by Prometheus. What a great company to be in. We got another Chuck Dixon joint. We had Argus, who can turn invisible at nighttime, and we have Geist the Twilight Man, who can turn invisible in bright light, and was also a member of the Blood Pack, who was admitted due to a clerical error, and ended up being murdered by Superboy Prime. And this is notable. His power set is notable because there are at least two issues where they get his stupid powers wrong. I'm pretty sure the writer confused Argus's power with Geist's power, but there are like two issues where he goes invisible just at nighttime, which he's not supposed to be able to do. It's a plot hole that's ruining my life. All right, we have Terror Smith, uh, one of two new bloods that are actually, let me find a better picture, that are actually villains. Actually, I think there's a better picture of him post New 52. Yes. I never said they weren't. But this guy is like I think he's like like a software engineer, but he has a chronic inability to take to take responsibility for anything. So everything that happens to him is someone else's fault, and he just becomes miserable and alone without his wife and kid. And he gets the power to make people's fears come alive, and he becomes a supervillain. And only appears like a couple times after that, pre New 52. He doesn't appear in the big finale of the crossover, who I think is the only living character from that crossover that has that distinction. So what is? Oh yeah, this is actually Sparks, the second most prolific New Blood because she became a supporting character to Superboy. And let me check. She has 55 appearances and was part of Blood Pack and avoided being murdered, I guess. So I actually like her story, uh, because she's a member of a very large family that all have superpowers but don't operate as heroes or anything. They just have powers. Except for her like superhuman gene has not been activated. So her where is this guy? Her werewolf uncle decides to take her to Metropolis or somewhere where the parasites are, and the plan is to have her be attacked by a parasite and almost killed so that her superpowers activate. Fortunately, it works. She was with Connor Kent Superboy. I don't remember. Oh, okay. So please ignore the fact that they called a mixed race character mongrel. I didn't do it. That's not my fault. I'm pretty sure they had good intentions because this is Joshua, and he is half African American, half Vietnamese. And his dad was a Vietnam vet who fell in love with a woman in Vietnam, but they were killed, and he was sent back to America, where he lives with his abusive uncle. And Basically, everybody is absolutely horrific to him on account of his mixed race, and he has a lot of anger. And when he gets his powers, he's difficult to rein in, and he becomes part of the Blood Pack and is killed by Superboy Prime. Now, this was written by a white guy, but I'm pretty sure it had good intentions of trying to speak to these people's experiences. Speaking of the Blood Pack, I forgot to mention that they legitimized their super team reality show by getting Jade to be the leader. So there was a period of time, and I think when she appears in James Robinson's Starman, this is the team that she's a part of when that happens. Like this was just her lot in life for a while. All right, we're over halfway done, and then we can get back to Kirby. Or we have Gunfire, the son of a the pacifist son of a weapons magnate who gets the power to when his father is killed, he gets the power to agitate the molecules in anything and fire them like a gun. And his book is actually decent. Uh, and he of all honestly, I think he has it the worst of all the new bloods for the way that they were taken out of the stable of characters, because Prometheus just cuts off his hands so that he can't use his powers anymore. We have the eclipse. This is the period of time when Eclipso had its own the demon, uh the like moon demon that possesses people, had his own ongoing, and the where he was kind of like the premise was that we follow the villain while people try to stop him. And the new blood for this issue is Prism, who was doing something extremely ill-advised. He was using the magic evil black diamond that Eclipso has to power a solar generator or something. And obviously, Eclipso didn't like that, so he kept attacking it. And then Eclipso eventually possessed one of the alien parasites. And I believe, no, it's not here. Where is this? Oh, this the Terror Smith issue is actually where we meet three new bloods that don't have their own issues. We have Crag, a rock man. We have Shadow Strike, looking his most young blood. We have Slingshot. Good job. And I don't think these people appear again. Uh, we of course have Tommy Monaghan, our boy. Excuse me. And that's all I have to say about that. Which one is this? Oh, okay. Okay. So this is very clearly just them writing something because their boss told them to. So there's actually two people who get powers in this issue. There's a criminal who's holding a bunch of people hostage, including a priest who turns out to be the criminal's brother. and they both get their spines sucked out and get powers, and their perspectives on life do a 180. Uh, the criminal gets healing powers and tries to turn over a new leaf, and the priest gets drains the life from people uh, and becomes a supervillain and decides to dress like this. So that's pretty cool. They both die at the end of this issue and are never mentioned again. Now this guy claims that this costume was being used in a play, but I don't believe that for a second. That's clearly for a sex party. Or the guy that he stole it from said it was for a play, but nobody believes that. So these are the Team Titans that even people who have read their book don't seem to know what their deal is. They're like from the future or something. And there's like ambiguously Terra back from the dead or possibly a clone. And there's, let me see here, Chimera, who I think appears in a couple issues of Team Titans afterwards, but she's a Kiraki refugee who gets the power to alter reality and make her dreams come to life. And that's about it. The last uh, the last New Blood. Yes, I did see that guy. I did see the Morbius guy. Oh, let me see. I bet I can. I bet I can guess his name. Oh, Knight Rider. That's definitely him. I was right. It looks like his hair is about to eat him. So the last one, New Blood, is actually the alien parasites originate from a pocket dimension, and the New Blood for the final tie-in is Pax, the last survivor of this pocket dimension, who is partly responsible for them destroying all life in his home universe. But once he realizes that they're loose in another universe, he goes out to like hunt them down, and he has like a couple appearances outside of that. And there are a couple more things to do. During the Dan DiDio Outsiders, there was this character called Freight Train who was Dan DiDio trying to use Luke Cage, and he was established as being a new blood that we hadn't seen before. Dan DiDio, Dan the bad man. Now the issue that I needed to talk about is Justice League Task Force number 9, I think. Yes. This is the issue where it has Geist, Joe Public, and Loose Cannon, the boys, because I think everybody else in the Justice League took a day off, and Jean was desperate. So the reason that I wanted to talk about this is because the villain they fight is like even by 1994 standards, I feel like it's not cool. They fight a giant, uh, a. I think they say that he used to be in a gang, but a skyscraper-sized racial stereotype. This reminds me of that one episode of the '60s Spider-Man cartoon where they had that racist African stereotype that like climbed the Daily Bugle building to menace a white woman that I don't think he had any way of knowing was in there. But anyway, I was like, man, I was stunned by that. These are all very deliberate choices. Don't worry, he falls into the river and drowns. So everything's cool. And actually, I wonder, we can do something a bit shorter, or can we? We can. So there was an event called Planet DC, which introduced a bunch of international superheroes, which I also was going to try to make a video about when my computer died and I lost the stuff. Uh, None of them really went anywhere, so we can go through them very quickly. There's a shapeshifter called Aruna in India that Batgirl encounters, a Cassandra Cain, and I don't think she's appeared like in a real story anywhere, but she has been recognized uh, recently as being non-binary, and and that's why she's in this Pride book. Why is Nubia here? Did I miss something? Anyway, this is the Batman issue where in like Wales, I think, there's this girl who like is haunted by like a leprechaun or something. I don't remember. She never appears anywhere. That was their. It's not a leprechaun. It's like some spirit trickster thing, but nobody cares. Like this crossover really didn't do much of anything, and part of the problem is that I think it was too early for it to actually be meaningful, and I think every single issue is being written by its normal creative team. So these like international characters are all being written by American white dudes. The Flash annual goes to Argentina where they meet the local super team who look like this. So that's pretty cool. The only guy I care about is the Horseman. Oh, that's right. This is the when Kyle Rayner went to Tunisia and he met an old girlfriend of his, and she turned out to be a reincarnation of some goddess. Let me see. In the realm of Turkey, there's Janissary, who I think is the best character to come out of the lineup. She's Turkey's premier superhero, and she is a paramedic. Uh, well, she's a doctor for like the Red Cross, and she discovers this magic book. So like she is trying to like learn how to use this magic to actually help people without downsides. And there's a cool part where they establish that Martian Manhunter has a bunch of heroic identities that he uses for countries that don't have their own superheroes. And Turkey used to be one of those places, so he handed off the role of Turkey's protector to this lady. And she also gets really horny for Aquaman. So that's pretty cool. Who? Did I read this one? I don't think I've read this one actually. She has like Taskmaster's ability to copy people's fighting styles and appeared a bunch in JSA, which is a book I never read. Okay, I read all of these except for one, I guess. This is where Superman goes to Mexico and meets Justicia, resident the resident superhero team there, including Akrata, who uh, is kind of like Spider Woman without powers, or Spider Man without powers. There is an undead guy, El Muerto. I think El Muerto is also the name of that like luchador movie that Sony was trying to make for Marvel. And there's Iman, who is has a big armor. And the last one is Bushido, who is about as interesting as he looks. Like any story that you would want to tell here, you could just tell with katana. And actually, let me take a guess because I don't actually know. This seems like somebody that would be killed by Superboy Prime. So let me see. I was right. I was right. I can read you like a book, bitch. Sorry. Yeah, he also did work in Countdown, which is where he tells somebody that he's gonna kill him to death. The Dio had like there were like I think three instances of the Dio basically Superboy Prime was an existing character, but there were like three instances of the Dio making a character into a straw man to make fun of the fan base or a specific fan. He did that like three times, and it's always very putrid to me. Let's see if we can beat this stupid Kirby game. Now that we've done our interlude. Oh, that's right. It's the sun and moon. Okay, I forgot who we were fighting. I forgot who I was mad at. Well, there's a bunch of other events where they did the same thing, where they introduced a bunch of new characters. They even did that, like, maybe 2 years ago. That the new Doom Patrol span out of. So they do it a lot. And it rarely amounts to anything. Hey, Viper Fox, we just got done talking about comics just in time for you to be here and watch me be annihilated in a game for babies. Viper, I told you that in the strictest confidence. You can't do that. It's fucked up. I'm a real human being with feelings. Blackstone's been hanging out. Ready to give a French lesson at a moment's notice, like normal. I need to learn to jump. Just in general. I like how the moon, like, squares up. I do wish that I when I was younger, I had taken the time to learn another language. There was a period, like, 3 years ago where I was trying to learn Japanese with Duolingo, but I feel like I wasn't learning shit. Go away. I don't want to talk about it. But I hope you had a good day, Viper. I thought it was going to make me do the entire level over again, and I was going to be upset. It was not so great, which is why I chose Kirby, because I foolishly thought that it would not stress me out. We played the original Game Boy one, and beat it in like half an hour. Oh. It's been like probably like 15 years since I played a Kirby game. I haven't played any of the newer ones. There we go. See you, Blackstone. I just have people like trying to explain Kirby lore to me, which feels like a crime. I don't know how they're legally allowed to do it. You too, Blackstone. It's always a pleasure. run away! Nope. I can't do that. There we go. I'm taking a break from Marvel Rivals because I feel like I've seen enough slurs this week. Kirby, what did you do to make the sun and moon want to kick your ass? Well, I'm mostly done making fun of you for playing it so much. Partly because I can't even see your total playtime anymore. And not because I have any sort of good sense to retire a joke. God. You're making the game slow down. Stop! I'm hoping that, at least for Rivals, that the thing will be a tank that I'm interested in playing. But probably not. Who are you? Why did that happen? Why am I bad at video games? What is the point of that power-up? I'm plenty good at making a fool out of myself all on my own, thank you. We took a big, like, I think it was like a 50-minute break to talk about comic books. It's always worth it. People keep asking me if I care about the Switch 2, and honestly, the answer is not particularly. Where do we go? I will probably get the Switch 2 at some point, but they have not shown any games that I care about, except for probably Metroid Prime 4 will be on the Switch 2. Well, so my Switch, I haven't like looked into it extensively, but my Switch refuses to connect to the internet for multiplayer. It has refused to do it for like a year, but I haven't cared enough to look into it. So if I still continue to not care enough to replace it, the advantage of a Switch 2 would be multiplayer that works. I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's not the Wi-Fi. Unless it uses a different Wi-Fi password than when to connect to the store than it does for the multiplayer. I don't know. I'm mainly concerned about, aside from Metroid, I'm concerned about Smash Brothers. I feel like we're gonna just get another Ultimate because the Switch seems very deliberately uncreative. Don't fix what ain't broke. I'm probably also ass, but I just like playing it a lot. Oh no. The boys. Thinking about the time that I streamed. I think I streamed Tears of the Kingdom, and both Link and Ganondorf were having my significant other acting in a manner unbefitting of a gentleman. And normally I would not call and I'm not like, I guess I am calling them out, but like I don't care if like stuff like that goes on in my chat, but I do want, because sometimes it feels like they don't realize anyone can see what they're typing. You know? I just wish that I had like I wish I had like top tier shit posters, like the people who came into your chat and told you that you looked like that Lego piece. I never have any shit like that. Besides the person who like looked at my picture and said, "I can just tell you have pronouns." The real tragedy is just the knowledge that he definitely didn't come up with that. At least be racist with shit I haven't heard before. Oh. Kirby is struggling. Okay, we can do this again. Eat you. Me when I fucking get you. I decided that that's not worth it. Actually, not having pronouns would just be referring to someone by their full name, even when you, every single time that you even indirectly mention them. And I feel like they wouldn't like that at all. That's better. And mainly the thing with that pronouns comment is if that was satirical, it's hilarious. But I have no way I have no way of knowing, and it probably wasn't. Man, those propellers are freaking out. I thought I was out of the blast radius. Let's try this. Kirby is always down to do whatever. Alright. That's better. Okay. I just want to fight Meta Knight and his fine ass. I don't want to do the quick draw minigame. I don't want any of these stupid powers. Every day I'm still caught off guard by how cute Vanny's dog is. I know that's a non sequitur, but it's how I feel. That's a small man. And he just immediately I know that they had like a road trip together, but the dog also just immediately adopted Vanny as his dad, without question. That's better. But we lost my mom's dog recently, and the other dog is almost exclusively my sister's dog. I've wanted a smaller parrot for years, probably like over 5 years. But I've never. I always felt like I wasn't in a position to responsibly take care of it. But my YouTube for you is just filled with little little parrots being silly. But my mother's dog was like, we got him as a rescue at like 10 or 11 years old, we think. So like we had him for 3 extra years, which is a lot more than you expect from an old dog. Who are you? Unhand me! The dog was a Cocker Spaniel. I maintained that the shelter knew exactly what they were doing, telling my mom that they had a Cocker Spaniel named Bill to show her. All I need is one more of this fucking stupid turtle man. That's better. Oh, you can yeet people? Why didn't you say so? What? Yeah! Oh, that's so good. Kirby doesn't give a fuck. I've had enough of you, snowman. All I can think about is the Kirby anime where, in the American dub, they made King Dedede. They gave King Dedede a heavy Texan accent because it was like 2002. Stop slowing the game down. You know who I am. Better. First, a man's embarrasses himself. I should probably not be having this much caffeine, but I need it. Well, I have a... It's not like... I'm not super sensitive to it, but I have a problem where if I have more than like a moderate amount, I will start vomiting because I got sick a few years ago and I just was left with a caffeine intolerance. And that means more than like 2 energy drinks every couple days is a bad idea. Oh, also the embarrassment, but I take my lumps. Enjoy your movie. We'll probably be here for like half hour or however long this game takes. 3 years. Hate you. No! Not the clock man. There we go. We're about to die, aren't we? Let's try the rightmost one. There we go. Leave me alone. But at least I got that one up. Up we go. Let's see. Good job. No! Okay. That's enough of this silliness. Woo! Oh, listen to the music, it's so happy! Sorry. No, come back! Damn it. Oh, freeze and ice are two different powers. Obviously. Give me one moment. Go away! No! Oh, nuts. Nice try. Oh, I meant to grab his hammer. Oh well. You're my number one! There we go. No. Leave me alone. You big meanie. I should have definitely hit that, but whatever. What is with these hitboxes? Let's try again. Gonna fucking die. Where'd you come from? Go away. Later, dude. Gotcha. All right. I don't know why none of that hit me. But why did... Oh no, it's Tetris World. Oh, hello. Leave me alone! Who are you? Oh, it's just... okay. Never mind. Enough out of you. You know what? Okay. Carry on. Who are you? Okay. Alright, let me see what time it is. I don't even know how many levels are left, probably only a couple, but I do have an appointment tomorrow, so we are gonna call it. And there's no reason to rate anybody, so that's about it. Everybody, take easy and stay safe.